All right, Spreaker, you know we up here a little bit early. You know we. I thought I was ahead of. I thought I was ahead of the curve, but of course not, brother. Tim, for some reason, man. But hey, I know I'm doing something right last night because I got my first prank call on the line, and that was different. That was different, but I know I need to change the rules to my call-in line, so I'll be working on that today. Um, how is everybody out there doing this morning? Columbus is snowed in, so of course, that means that the lines will be open. It's a great Ujima, as usual.
Inches, not an exaggeration.
All right, man. I'm on my show. I don't need all you. I don't need your snow commentary, little boy. As girls would say, little boy. I don't need your little snow commentary. All right, so we getting ready to get up here and get the streaming. So we got the Facebook ready. We got the YouTube ready. We're about to go on and put the YouTube up right now. Moving towards getting this YouTube live feed. But before we do that, I want to get this Samsung ready so we can do this stream on Instagram. I need to let everybody know that the lines will be open early this morning. Yep, the lines will be open. So, Cleve, turn this light on right here. Alright, so we're still waiting for YouTube to come up. We can start live video. We want to light it up in the background, light it up. You know what I'm saying? So, everything is up almost, Y'all know what y'all need to do. This is about the time where you take your time to start grabbing your glasses and getting your water together. You know what I'm saying? Get your water together. You know what I'm saying? YouTube to come up. YouTube is moving slow. We're going to get all of our stuff together so we can have us a nice conversation this early morning. And, of course, the lines and everything will be open since Columbus public schools are closed today. Since the school system is shut down in Columbus, Ohio, we get to have real talk. Now, I'm thinking about coming out with a t-shirt. Of course, one for the Daily Toasters, right? But I'm also, I want to do a t-shirt and the t-shirt says, #not your babysitter. You know what I'm saying? I know there's, hashtag on the front, not your babysitter. On the back, I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Because the more I deal with some folks, the more I really start to realize that they honestly believe that the profession of teaching is a babysitting gig. And we need, at least in our community, we need to get people to start understanding the value of teachers. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are not to be argued with. You know what I'm saying? Teachers are not to be disrespected. And I know some of y'all going to have comments about that because, some teachers do disrespectful things. But one of the things I'm all into that I'm learning, working, doing what I do, one of the things that I learned working, doing what I do, that it's always the 10% that mess up everything for everybody. Either it's the 10% that's doing all the work. Now let me get that. Let me say that again. It's either, you know what I'm saying? You got a small percentage of the people, small percentage of a group that gets up and do the work, right? Everybody else come later. He's always a small group. You know what I'm saying? That puts in the work, right? And usually it's a small group within that small group that does the work, right? But then it's the same thing on the negative side. You know what I'm saying? If you got 100%, let's say you got 10 people. Out of those 10 people, it usually is 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 1.5. And I know you like, how you get 1.5 people? I don't know. But 1.5 that's usually doing things to mess up stuff for the other 8. So, you know, that's a double-edged sword. You got a small percentage that's doing the work, and then you got a small percentage that's messing it up. So now, if we got 10 people, let's look at the math. We got 10 people. That means that out of that 10 people, you got 1.5 people that's doing the work, and you got 1.5 people that's pulling away from the work. And the deciding factor is what other 6 to 8 people decide to lean towards or tolerate. Right? So you got the 10% that's doing the work. Let's say 10 to 20% doing the work. So let's just say in a perfect situation, you got 2 people that will do all the work in the organization. And then you got 10 to 20, and we give you 20% that's always fucking stuff up. Right? So that means that you got 4 people who already decided. 2 that's going to build, 2 that's going to destroy. What decides on what direction the group goes is that 6 people in the middle. You understand what I'm saying? Which direction are you leaning? You know what I'm saying? And what stops any progress is when the people in the middle really can't make up their mind. 1 minute I'm leaning this way, next minute I'm leaning that way. So same thing in the classroom. This is why I got hashtag I'm not your babysitter. And on the back put I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be sending their kid. I mean, we got to, you know, that little 10 to 20% is significant. And they, unfortunately, we have learned to give them more attention than the 10% to 20% that want to do the work, that want to be there, that want to see the teacher. You know what I'm saying? And we have to find a way to start taking that focus off of that end of the spectrum and start putting it on the end of the spectrum that's going to move our communities towards where they're supposed to be. All right, for those that's joining me, I'm an educator. I could dig that. All right, rather than that, I'm not your babysitter. I am an educator. You know what I'm saying? Great Gems fam. I know what you mean. Great Ujima fam. No Columbus school today, but make it a great day. Oh, man. Listen. Who you telling? I might have some ambrosia deliveries today. You know what I'm saying? The grind never stops here at Gye-Nyame. But what do you mean, bro? Laughing out loud. I missed that one. Brother Kwame say that is known as the 5% rule, where it takes 5% of any group that makes it seem like the whole school, police department, etc., appear dysfunctional. And I could attest to that. See, and that's one of the great things about working in an educational environment, because you actually get to see these numbers work. You know what I'm saying? And I would say, and like, for example, in behaviors, one of the things that I noticed is that you got 15%. You know, I just said 20, but you really got 50%. You got 5% that really, really can't help themselves. These are the ones that may need medication. These are the ones that's going to definitely need extra attention. They're going to need extra focus. That's that 5%. You know what I'm saying? You got to factor them into everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not doing it on purpose. You can see they're not doing it on purpose. You can see, you know what I'm saying, they're trying, you know what I'm saying, but it's just not working. Then you got that 10%, right? Now, this is the 10% to get on my nerves. This is the 10% to do stuff on purpose. And that's the one that make everybody look bad. This is the one that could make a whole school look bad. because they will suck up 80% of the resources. And all your meetings is about that, about them. All your meetings, all of your corrective actions go towards them. And I'm like, yo, we need to start pouring money at the other end of that 15%. See, because on the opposite spectrum of that, you got that 5% that's just the bomb. I mean, they just can't help themselves. It's just like, they came out doing math. You know what I'm saying? They came out reading. You know what I'm saying? Then you got that 10% that's really trying. And I'm just saying, that's where the bulk of the resources should be put. You know what I'm saying? Because we spend so much time. And I did this my whole adult life, trying to reach those that don't want to be reached. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all like, Brother Ideal, man, that's not right, man. That's not right. All the kids. And I want to go back to that. All of the children deserve. And the question that I'm challenging everybody to, are all the kids or all the children, I'm trying to get out that term, kid, but are all the children getting what they deserve? When I sit down and I see that three people had to spend time with one individual just because that one individual don't want to do nothing, but yet you got a classroom full of people that want to try. You got that group in the middle that want to try. It's like, yo, we got to really start making some hard choices, right? Because I know some of them your cousins, I know some of them your little brothers, some of them your nephews, but as far as I'm concerned, some of that 10%, they need to get their ass on and go somewhere, because they're disrupting the process for everybody else. And this is just not in school. This is in our business. This is in our community. You have people making choices on what they do, choices on how they spend their money, choices. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, even if the choice is limited, I know some people be like, we don't really get to make no choices. But, yeah, we do. You know what I'm saying? In some form or fashion, we make choices. Shouts out to my sister, Miss Debbie. How you doing today, sis? All right, so let's get this started. Y'all know what it is. We up on YouTube. I just wanted to make sure the YouTube fam would be able to be in. I'm going to post up the number. Sometimes you just have to let go of all emotions. The facts of the matter is that some children have already made up, and that's the point. And see, and I want to make sure people understand that I'm not just talking about children. It's not just the children, because the dynamics that go on in the schools are the dynamics that go on in life. You know what I'm saying? Look where 80% of our resources are being spent. Look at where 80% of your family's resources are being spent. Look at where 80% of your resources are being spent. It's usually being spent on that 10% of your life that don't really give a damn about you, or that 10% of people in your life that don't give a damn about you. In some cases, let's just say, let's focus on middle school, because I don't want to hurt some people's feelings. Because, I'm one of those that about 4th grade, I'm seeing people make choices. But let's stick it at middle school, where an individual has an opportunity to go through puberty. Because actually, the whole bad child thing is a new phenomenon. Y'all do know that before people start getting into their feelings. I want you to understand the bad child phenomenon. That shit is new. Actually, childhood is new. I just want y'all to know the teenager is an invention of Western society. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the shit that we're going through, did not exist. See, because, I'm gonna ask you, what was a disobedient child on the plantation? I'm just asking. Just asking. You know what I'm saying? Because where was they? Where was the AD? You know what I'm saying? Where was the ADHD? During Jim Crow. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Maybe an actual threat. Help that 10% make a choice. All right. Sister Nabita asks, what age children are we talking here? Ultimately, I myself am only illustrating and working with people that actually give a damn about learning. I will, of course, always leave a back channel open if any and when that said person ever decided to come. And, like I said, we might have to leave. I don't even know how I got on that, family. We need to go and start the show. I'm sorry, but I get kind of excited when the day is just like, Brother Tim. Miss Tiandra, we were just saying that we have to get away from caring about people's feelings. You mentioned feelings and said you'll just talk about the middle school age. I know. See, my team be calling me out. All right. So, let's, but I was just trying to point out the fact, this, all right, Sister Tiandra, you got me. All right, you got me. Woo. I can't back paddle, can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. So let's get out the feelings. You know what I'm saying? Choices are being made, family. And, we could say, because, let me give you one of the prime excuses that I hear from all age groups. They're only a child. Here's the issue, right? Human beings have had to survive for a very long time. As a matter of fact, the way we are living right now is less than, if we was to put it into the time, the 24-hour period, like human existence, and we was to look at all of human existence and look at how we're living now, this is less than, 5 seconds? In the amount of time that we existed, how we're living now is less than 5 seconds. And all of a sudden, now, only a child is an excuse. I want you to understand this. Children had to be trained to not cry during certain situations because they would put the whole family at risk. Do y'all know that? Y'all do know that, right? Do y'all understand that that children used to have to, as soon as they could walk, they was helping with chores and helping with things around the house. We do understand this. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, in this last 5 seconds of human existence, all of a sudden, we have a whole population of individuals that are useless. Family, there's no way that we could have made it made it off the planes. If you believe in what is it called? Thing where you progress. Evolution. If you believe in evolution, there's no, and you know what I'm saying? If you believe in creationism, there's no way we would have made it. I mean, if our children were such a big burden, and because when a bear is hungry, it's just a child. That don't work. When your enemy is coming, that don't work. You understand what I'm saying? So family, we got to be clear. There's choices being made, and we got to really start looking at some of our not just our young, but some of our people. We got to start learning how to look kind of sideways. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, homie, I'm just, no remaining your feelings. They will be clues to how to address the issue. Well, case, okay, there you go. Trying to save me from the Miss Tiandra, because she don't be playing. She like, hey, you said we was going to not be in the feelings. Here she go. This is an important conversation. I was a director of probation and mentoring at the university. People just go to school to fail. Not even primary, secondary school. It's one of 3 reasons. Hold on, she breaking it down. It's one of 3 reasons. They don't know why they're there. They're there because of force. 1, I run into that one a lot. 2, life is happening. Something more important to them is going on. Death, harm, etc. And 3, utilizing school as an outlet for energy, need for attention that is otherwise bottled up. Wow. Haven't found a case outside those three. Right, Kwame. Uh-oh. Look, Vita's uh-oh. So, you know, here we go. We're gonna start the music. We're gonna cue the music. Cue the music. We're gonna cue the music. But hold on, let me put up the phone lines because y'all know Columbus Public is closed, so I want to make sure people know that the lines are open. Call in. Hey man, I got my first troll last night. I just want y'all to know. We're gonna toast it up today. We got our first troll last night. That shit was like, I was like, what? What? Alright, so I'm posting up the number. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, family, it's at a certain point I honestly believe some choices are being made. Let's do that. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm like, yo. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to have a community, because some of us could deal with that and some of us could deal with something else. Right? But you know, at some point in time, we gotta be honest. But hey, you know what time it is. Grab your glasses if you ain't already grabbed them.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Drink your water. Lift your glass and 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 drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Now, take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Live, drink, live, drink. Live, drink, live, drink. Lift your glass and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Take a breath and drink your water. And lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Live, drink, move, breathe. Say it in the wrong order, say it in the right order. Drink, breathe, move, live. Enough of that, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that. Anubis said he probably got the number from your YouTube feed since you would have spotted him on here. That's true. That's true. But yo, it was cool though. We got Sister Cynthia on there. Welcome. So let's go and get through the toast because we almost didn't make it through the toast yesterday. Last night we had a discussion about a story called The Owl and the Bird. And like I said, once again, let me stress that when we break it down these stories, you don't have to agree at all. Please. Stuck on wait. You know what I'm saying? And I just want us to get up out the habit of being stuck on waiting. It doesn't benefit us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we got to start taking some actions. You know what I'm saying? We got to start taking some actions. We got to start moving. And that's the only thing I'm saying, family. I'm like this. And I honestly believe whether we talking about young people or we're talking about adults, I'm honestly believing that 10% of the spectrum, you know what I'm saying, is slowing us down. You know what I'm saying? It's taking up a lot of resources. I'm like, nah, fam. You know, let's do something else. You know. Because all of us got our little special projects. We all got a little special projects. So, y'all drinking your water. If you think drinking your water, throw some thumbs up. Let me see them thumbs. Because we can't salute our ancestors if we all messed up and banged up because we ain't taking care of ourselves. So what else is in the news? Are they still tearing up in Philadelphia? My fault. Are they still having fun in Philadelphia? You know what I'm saying? It's fun, it's fun when white folks do it. It's euphoria when they do it. We do it. Thug ass niggas, right? You thug ass niggas tearing up every niggas don't know how to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what? Somebody got shot. They don't give you no right to tear down poles and flip cars and running. You don't have no right. You can't do it. I mean, this is the image of us. And like I said, man, this gets into that whole Coochie Chagalia piece, man. Family, we have to make sure that we have a media that can represent us. We have to make sure that we have our media that can truly represent us, that can talk to the people. And it's just so fortunate that things are happening at the way that they're happening, that now, a little bit more attention is going to be paid towards people on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? So, we just got to make sure, like, for example, when y'all find some good news information, feel free to post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to filter through and remove stuff that might not need to be there. But we do want to make sure that we are able to provide people with some good information. Not always happy news, but some good information. Like the timeline I posted up, right? And it bugs people out that Jim Crow, we was in Jim Crow longer than we have officially been full, well, if you want to call it, well, probably about 75% American citizenship. So I think Jim Crow was like over 100 years. And, we've been sort of able to function as full citizen, even though we've been priced out of America. A lot of black folk, a lot of us don't realize that. We've been priced out of America. You know what I'm saying? The new Jim Crow is, you know what I'm saying? Some of us think it's jail, but family, the new Jim Crow is economic. Because some of us just can't afford to stay in America. And, we think we making a knot. When you look at, man, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that's going to work and help build it back up is us getting together, tribing up, basically. And learn how to do stuff together, right? Like, for example, Kwame, do you want me, once again, I'm asking, do you want me to filter your ambrosia? See, this is called tribing up. You want me to filter your ambrosia? You know what I'm saying? Or you want it dark and murky? You know what I'm saying? Learning how to do stuff together, right? So, all right, I'm going to finish this water. I'm going to have to let the music play and just give myself time to just go on and just crush the water. But, hey, it is what it is. It's what happened when you don't have to go nowhere in the morning. Man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the best part of working in the school sometime, right? Wintertime. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when the ancestors is going to just be like, hey, day. You know what I'm saying? You just like, be day. And I'm like, wow. I used to didn't even respect weathermen. Now, I'm gonna send some roses because they done mastered their craft. This is some type of witchcraft. I don't know if they done figured out how to cast those stones or whatever the hell they doing, but they called it. Somebody said, well, it ain't gonna really start snowing till about 1 a.m. Because I went to bed about 12, and I said, yeah, some bullshit, ain't no snow. So, then I looked at the forecast, they said about 1 a.m., the snow is going to be coming in. And, they casting lots. And I want y'all to understand, see, because some of us can remember when the weatherman was never right. or he came close. You know what I'm saying? They came close. Now, they got it down to where they are able to evaluate and through their data extract the answer where they be like, look, from 1 to 4 p.m., there will be severe snow flurries. And there's a great possibility that the schools will be closed. Snow trucks will be out. Now, but I want y'all to think about this. If they did this with weather, what do they do? What have they done with psychological warfare? I gotta disagree with you, Sister Cynthia. This weather is, because it is wintertime. And it's supposed to be snowing. Hell, I remember and this might just be me fantasizing a good childhood. I remember snow hitting in right after Thanksgiving, because we used to have the turkey in Akron. We used to have the turkey bowl, right? And we would go to the turkey bowl, and it would be extremely cold, right? But no snow. But then after Thanksgiving, it would snow. And I remember snow being on the ground or being visible all throughout wintertime. So snow is not unnatural at this point in time, especially for us where we are. You know what I'm saying? Now, the warm times, yeah, I got you. Anubis says, if it were not for the whole having a car factor, it would probably be living out in the Midwest winter, my favorite season. Winter is your favorite season? Oh, I hate this shit. Don't get me wrong, I like the cold. I like what cold does to you. What's not right in the warmth, I don't recall 50, 60, and I got you on that. But I thought you was talking about all the snow. You know what I'm saying? This kind of throw things back into balance. The 50s and 60s, you right. Dang, news. I like the cold because I like what the cold does. Stimulates the body and stuff like. I don't like being in this. No. I'm still shocked. What? There ain't no animals to hunt in the warmth. Because Kwame said Anubis is a hunter. Hunters like you. Well, I guess deer don't have a place to really hide in the wintertime, right? So it's good eating time then for hunters, right? But you got to find some place where it's in season to hunt them, because right now it's like, it's like, I really feel for the deer. When I think about it, yes, I hunt from time to time. Do you hunt in the wintertime is what Kwame is getting at. You know what I'm saying? Because please explain to us why winter is your favorite season. Let's put it this way. I love all the seasons because we need the winter, right? Because without the winter, it would make the warm times horrible for us. This snow right here is really preparing the ground and killing things that need to be killed, so that when it's time for us to do the camping trip, I'm going to start calling it the village. When it's time for us to wreck the village, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about shit that's not supposed to be there. Because last year, it was supposedly a tick epidemic. And I say supposedly because I was supposed to go out to the woods, and I'm listening, and I'm not. No. I could fuck with ticks that don't have a head start on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the ticks there before you know what I'm saying? They have to start preparing for the season at the same. Ticks that have been there have set traps. But back to the point. If they have perfected the science of being able to predict this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Imagine the advances they have made in other sciences. And what I'm saying to you is, we have to start pushing our kids into fields. Not necessarily fields following this stuff, but it gives you a hope when you have perspective, where you can look at something that when it wasn't good when you was young, but as you get older, you start seeing that, wow, they're getting real good at this. So you see progress, right? So we have to start really getting our kids involved in things and understanding that it's a progressive piece. Right now, it might not be good, but we just got to let them progress. You know what I'm saying? Generations of stuff. And when people start compiling information and sharing that information, it allows growth to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it's like, because I'm really impressed, man. Because I'm telling you, I was outside at 12 o'clock last night. You know what I'm saying? Because after the show, no, it wasn't 12. I didn't go to bed till 12. I went outside after the show, about 10:30, and it didn't appear to be no snow. And then when I got up and went to bed, because I soaked in the tub, and I said, boom, let me go to bed. So I went to bed, I looked outside. I didn't see nothing. So, but then I woke up 3.5 hours later and looked outside and said, So here we go, family. It's time for us to do our toast. We got that ambrosia. I am actually planning on going on a hunt this coming in Mani, and I might even do a bit of ice fishing too. Ooh, man. But yo, one of the things we gonna have to train at now. Shake thinking about that is wintertime camping. You know what I'm saying? Survival camp. And that ain't for everybody. That's like a warrior. And ladies, when I say warriors, you're included. I just need people to understand Gye-Nyame speak. When I say warrior, right? You know what I'm saying? Warrior is a path. It's not a sex. Alright? So, you know, hide if you want to. But when, you know, when the wolf is coming, he's not discriminating on sex. He or she is not discriminating on sex. When a wolf is hungry, a wolf is going to eat. It's going to eat a child. It's going to eat you. It's going to eat your mama. It don't care. So we got to really, you know what I'm saying, we got to understand that warriorship is about all of us. Warriorship is a path. And some of us is going to attack that path a little bit more aggressively than others. So now, without any further ado, since nobody calling in, because the lines are open, let me check. Maybe somebody did call in. I'm not paying attention. All right, let's start the conference. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I know I paid my bill. I know I paid my bill. And I don't deserve this type of disrespect. I clicked the Uber conference button and it shut down on the brother. I mean, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Winter for me at least gives me a certain clarity that no other season does. And I'm usually more in tune with everything happening all around. Oh, I could dig it because your senses are kind of elevated. You know what I'm saying? Because I take cold showers in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And some of my, you know, wolves don't be playing, family. I mean, we play. Wolves don't play at all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the wolf dog. You know what I'm saying? That some of y'all might be thinking the wolf is a metaphor for when the enemy comes. They don't play. If you don't believe me, read about Emmett Till. They don't play. I'm just being honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We have to really, because like, dude, it's like this, man. When you got a president that could say some of the shit that Donald Trump is saying, that the Great Pumpkin is saying, right? When you get a president that could do this, and it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's good people on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that whole shit, you know, the old shenanigans. Family, the wolf is coming. Wolf is coming. The only thing that you need to really be concerned about is, or asking yourself is, am I ready? Because they listen, when they come, They don't be playing. They don't be playing at all. They're going to be dressed in black. They're going to have on, they're going to be bulletproof from their head to the toe. Because this is how they go to battle, family. This is how they go to battle. You know what I'm saying? This is how they go to battle. How you going to do that? How you going to, you know what I'm saying? And then it just don't even have to be them. You know what I'm saying? We got to be looking at other possibilities, other things that we can do to protect ourselves. You know what I mean? Because that's the time we living in. Excuse me for a second, Facebook. I need to go on there. I'm trying to get the lines up because, you know, I got to go through so many steps now. It's just ridiculous. I don't even understand no more. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to drink that yet. But that ambrosia is good. Who made that ambrosia? This batch right here? This man, listen. Shaka, do you want bottles or do you want gallon? Do you want the gallons when you get up here? Because I think you're supposed to be coming up here today. And so you need to let me know. Kwame, you need to let me know if you want it murky or do you want me to strain it? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the murk is the black seed, the dandelion root, the burdock root, you know, and that Kwame, you know, do you want the Kwame clear or do you want it murky? You know, I'm just saying. And Shaka, you need to let me know whether you want your stuff bottled up or do you want gallons. Please, Navita, I am so glad that you said that. Listen, family. This Kaumba, I'm going to do the push-up. For those that don't speak the language, this Saturday at 3 p.m. It's Kaumba for us, though, right? At 3 p.m. at the Millennium Community School, we will be showing, let me say it again, we will be showing the spook who sat by the door, right? And I know some of y'all like, what is that? Right? But most of the people here, y'all know what it is, right? Y'all know the spook who sat by the door. And this movie is perfect timing. Sister Navita planned it perfectly because it's exactly 1 week from the premiere of the Black Panther. See, because I want people to have a comparison. Okay, gallon. Okay, I got you. Oh, you want... And it's Scobie, man. Not Scovie. Scobie. My Scobies are very sensitive, man. You can't be, you know. I gotta cover their ears. Now, what type of Scobie do you want, my brother? Right? Since you've been participating with Gye-Nyame Journey, do you want a big Scobie or do you want a small Scobie? Because I could accommodate you either way. You understand what I'm saying? So, I want you to think about that because when I say big Scobie, I'm not playing. I'm talking about either I give you a Scobie that can make you a gallon of ambrosia. Well, it won't be ambrosia. Once it leaves my house, it's no longer ambrosia. It's Shaka's drink, whatever the hell you want to call it. You call it ambrosia, those Gye-Nyame boys gonna come see you. Just let you know, right? Oh, but you family. But they still gonna come see you. If you family, I got your address. But hey, or do you want a Scobie big enough to cause I get you one that can, and I got an extra bucket that you get about 4 to 5 gallons every time you want to do it. I'm trying to tell y'all this whole business about the Scobies and stuff, it's incredible, man, because you learn so much about nation building by just looking at how these little microorganisms work. It's incredible. Remember, I need more than one so big. Okay, so, all right, I got a way to hook you up. So we're gonna have to have we might need to do a video and bring some. All right. The cost is going to be you bringing some rubber gloves so I can show you how to work with the Scobie, show you how to separate them. You know what I'm saying? because I'm gonna give you one big one, and it might have a layer on there. If you choose to separate it, that's on you, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not really big on separating that much. But every time you brew, I would suggest that you take it home and brew, because every time you brew, it creates a new SCOBY. I want to say, see, this is what's dope about this organism. This organism is a bunch of different bacteria and yeast that decide to work together. They form a community, a collective called a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, and they have decided. I want y'all to think about this. They have decided they're going to work together. They're going to die together. They're going to live together. They're going to feast together. They're going to go hungry together. They have decided. So every time that they are able to eat, they reproduce themselves. Every time. So it's like every time I brew, whether I'm brewing one this big or I'm brewing with one this big, every time I brew, it creates another one. Now, if that's not a message for us, if that's not an example for us, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Because these SCOBY only get so big. It's only as big as the environment. And it's like, yo, boom, now y'all got to move on and find your own space. All right, so I'm opening the lines up. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. Play test sound. What's going on? Let me try it again. There you go. All right. Cool. Test sound working. So I'm going to use the computer. So if you call in, lines are open, but we're going to toast. And if not, then I'm about to get up. I'm going to lay down for a little while. But hey, family, first off, getting honored to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we toast those ancestors. We toast the creator, the first ancestors. So we lift our glasses up, family, and we say, Ashe. From there, we move on to our personal ancestors. We want to salute those individuals upon whose shoulders we stand. We want to salute those who took time with us when they didn't have to. We want to salute those who took time with us and taught us some of the things that we need to know. Brother Shock is on the line. What I'm going to do is I am going to check one, check two. Brother Shock is on the line, so I'm going to go and connect and finish the toast. So here we go. Here we go. So we're going to toast those ancestors.
Joining conference now. This call is being recorded.
So we're toasting those ancestors, right? And I'm going to run through the list real quick. Here we go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech Center, Davidson Brown C, Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walter, Kristen Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, Nomo X, Pat Meyer, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks, Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Dennis Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Boris Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Lavita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis. Hey, man. Hold on. I got you. I'm gonna mute your mic until I get done with the toast, cause you over there. I don't know what's going on over there, man. Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, May Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Therese Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Marie Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, I did that. Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatette Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris and Donald Ellis Murphy. You done? Hold on, we're not done yet. It's not over. It's not over. I got your other ancestors on here. Hold on. I'm trying to unmute. There you go. All right. Brother Anubis added to the list. Added more. Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Sister Tiandra, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Aunt Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr. Brother Deshaun says Jennifer Sensenball. I added Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Sister Aisha out of Dayton says Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Miss Ford, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth and Paul Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson. Dr. D says Dan Wilkinson Sr., Sister Jackie says Emma McClendon. We added Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson. We also Brother Shaka Torre. We got Miss Madonna Hill. Salutes her mother and father, Donna Hill and Richard Gleavis. And then Sister Cynthia. Got Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Void Irby, Jimmy Gaucher, George, and Haley Johnson, Archie, and Margaret Armstead. We lift up our glass and we salute those ancestors. Okay. Shaka says tomorrow is supposed to be government shutdown. Oh. Kwame say no filter, murky. And I just added a bunch of black seeds. Ooh, man. All right. Tomorrow is supposed to be government shutdown. Remember, I need more than one. So big. Okay, cool. Are you still gifting something out so that I can go and let the sister know that you gifting something out for her? You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you remember what I'm talking about, Shaka. Brother Anubis says, Shaka C. and Hasbury, have you tried any of the other products from Beyond Meat, such as the beef crumbles? It's really good, lightly seasoned, so a small of you favorite seasonings is all that's needed. Just a little bit of your favorite season is needed. Is all they need. If you prefer, for me, it was perfect. So, Brother Anubis is talking about the Beyond Meat crumbles. So there's another show for you, Shaka. If you still there, check one. Hello? Check one, check two. What is going on at the Uber conference? Let me test. All right. We're not done with the toast family. You know, we We just multitask. I can multitask. Good at what I do. All right. So we salute our personal ancestors, and that's what we doing, right? We lift up the glass. I want to thank every last one of you. All right? Every last one of you. And I want to salute your ancestors, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity. So we toast them, and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We move on to the present moment. Today is Ujima. For those that don't speak the language, that's collective work and responsibility. The meiotic principle of the day is righteousness. The M7 of the day is what we would teach the children at the school is respect. The color is blue. We got vibration. Is the hermetic law of the day. Males born on the day. The male name is Kwaku. Female warriors born on this day is Akua. I'm trying to keep my page so I can know what day we on for tribal quotes. In the African-centered cultural virtue and value system emotional emancipation circles, we got 1, 2, 3. We are on Yar for Wolof, politeness and respect, particularly towards your elders. Akan ethics in Akan today, obedience and respect is the word of the day. And in Yoruba is the Luti, teachability. All right, so in this moment, family, we want to activate those reticular formations and seek out our principles. We want to find the principle of the day, collective work and responsibility, right? We lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to our future, our children, our children's children, unto infinity. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are responsible. In the now, we are building the foundation on which our future generations will be able to stand. So I hope that you're building, right? I hope that you're preparing a place at the table, or at least building a damn table so that your children will be able to eat. All right, family? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the past set us up. We have responsibility to set up the next generation. And actually, we have responsibility for at least the next 7 generations. But being Gye-Nyame and some of us being warriors, we saluting from on to infinity because we realize we are generational people. So we lift up the glass, we say Ashe. From there, we move on to all of our relations. We toast all of our relations. Lift up our glass, lift those glasses. And last but not least, family, I toast you. I toast you for taking the time to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I toast each and every last one of you. And with that, we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I hope peace, power, joy in 100 years. Shaka, you on, man. Your mic is on, man. Come on. What's going on? I can't hear you. Well, mic is on. Check 1, check 2. I'm thinking my mic is on. Check 1, check 2. What's going on? Shaka, you out there? I don't want to hang up while you on the phone. Okay, cool. What's going on, my friend? We can have some conversation.
All right, here we go. I'm ready.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Well, I'm getting ready to come down. So I had to get my head together a little bit, cut my hair. You know, when you cut your hair, and you got to see the back of your head, right? Because I don't know if you ever dealt with that, but yeah. So I was dealing with some things just then, but I'm back. Good day. Good. Let's see. What is today? What is today?
Ujima.
Hold on, in the language.
Ujima.
Today is Ujima.
Right. Oh, so
now, I heard you gave it a different definition today. You didn't say collective economics or collective. Wait.
It's collective work and responsibility.
You say Ujima or Jama?
It's Ujima.
It's Ujima.
The one with the eye.
All right.
So you.
Right.
Now
but you. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, you're gonna be here this weekend for the movie. Hey, family, I'm telling you, this conversation is going to be hot. I mean, like, I'm like hot. See, because listen.
So let me ask you this: what are you
ahead.
doing with the conversation? Are you do you have it set up now where you know we have a candid kind of like you know how they do the talking dance? I think we should go ahead and set up a spot so we can go live. On the post comment. What do you think?
Oh, fam. So you ain't see the 1804 conversation. We had a conversation with the people in the crowd, and we had a screen in the back where we was able to post up people's comments. I mean, the comments was coming in and questions was coming in while we were having. I got it set up. I got it. Listen. I've been planning for this and working on building what we doing for a long time. So I can't wait to see what you doing. Are you bringing your equipment?
Yeah, I'm bringing.
Cool. So like I said, we can say because we can stream.
Yeah, I'm bringing my equipment for the streaming setups, and I'm bringing my stuff for just in case we need a pop performance somewhere. The thing is that if I do that, my amp is a little bit big, so I'm gonna need to make sure that we absolutely need it before I travel with it.
Right. Well, Instagram.
Unless you got a PA system there.
I mean, if you want to perform in school, I'm quite sure we could work something. I don't know. Well, no, not in the library. But hey, Instagram, you can join us at Gye-Nyame Journey. At Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. All right. So peace out, Instagram. Thank you for joining us. All right. So now, family, back to the talk. The movie is going to be, because like I said, man, this movie pick and the timing, because it's like the movie pick and the timing is so dope, because this will set up the whole format for the whole discussion and for Black Panther, and also give you something to compare and contrast against, because Little Black Panther, because people are like, it's a revolutionary movie. It's gonna, what I'm saying? My question is, will it be as revolutionary as the spook who sat by the door?
Is that where you setting it? Is that where you setting it up at? Like, it's a big conversation right there, man.
I don't even think that's a big conversation, because I'm willing to put money on the table. Money on the table. Push-ups on the ground. I'm willing to put, listen, I'm guaranteeing that the message in the Black Panther won't be nowhere near what was done back with Mr. Greenlee when he put the spook who sat by the door together. There's no way. I mean, I could shoot so many holes.
No, see, you can't.
Okay, go ahead.
You can't say stuff like that, man.
Who? This is a Gye-Nyame Journey.
Say stuff. See, all right, so look.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. First of all, when I heard that they was giving the movie to do the, can you hear me?
I hear you good. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, when I found out that they was giving the dude that did Fruitvale Station Black Panther concept, I was all the way against it. First of all, and it took a little bit more of me hearing that there was going to be a stronger integrity than just another Marvel movie. So for this being so highly anticipated, I mean, and for the past couple of years, they knew this was going to be the big one, right? Mm-hmm. So with all of that in mind, and with the message of vigilance in Fruitvale Station, I got to tell you, and I've seen the spook.
Well, go ahead.
And let me just tell you this, man.
Go ahead.
Is that even beyond all of the CG magic, you are competing against taking something from that is dated, taking a story that is dated by technology, and another story where technology is limitless. All right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of rope to hang yourself. And believe you me, because of the scrutiny,
I'm suicidal, man.
Of what people are anticipating anyways.
Right.
This brother has done a lot of thinking just to hit everybody on the angle, to shut everybody up, especially us. Because we the ones that will talk and will crucify it, even if it was the gems.
Wait,
so beyond saying that it's more revolutionary than the spook. Why or what?
What? You said what? Say that again. The last part.
You're saying which one is more or is it more revolutionary than the spook? Why or why not?
I mean, that's gonna be part of the conversation. I'm saying that
after we peel those layers away,
go ahead.
It's just a matter. You know what it is?
What is it?
Is our imagination. Because a lot of us, we survive on lies, right?
Oh, exactly.
People tell us, "Hey, that's possible." We believe it, right? We don't know what part to take away from that part was fantasy and this part is real. If we can extract all the CG magic to see the strategy that was put behind it, and I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to strategy in movies, Spook was not the most strategic. In fact, some of my favorite movies were probably inspired by the Spook, but they took it to a different level.
Give me an example.
For example, and I'm not gonna say that this movie. Well, yeah, I use one of that. Braveheart. Mel Gibson's Braveheart. Right? Now, another situation where it was dated based on the technology that was available. But when you look at the strategic aspect of what William Wallace did to be able to avenge his love and then to make a statement at the end that nothing compares to my freedom. Even after you just chop my nuts off, I want freedom.
See, but hold on. What was revolutionary about, and when I talk about revolutionary, I'm not just talking about a new technology. I'm talking about the whole concept. See, because what was different about the spook for me was the spook didn't end with his nuts getting cut off. The spook had an ending that you still don't get in movies today, right? It was a revolutionary ending. It was an open-ended ending with us winning. See, now Black Panther.
So was Braveheart, and that's what I'm saying to you.
Wait, time out. Braveheart ended with Mr. Wallace dying. See, we got enough. Yeah. We got enough dying heroes. Spook, who sat by the did something totally different. It took a turn. Ain't no dead hero. All we know is that he ordered everybody. Man. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
See, that's the whole point, Hot Tim.
Go ahead. What's the point?
The whole point.
What's the point?
The whole point is that for somebody like you, William Wallace died at the end.
Right.
Somebody like me, William Wallace lives in the heart.
Oh my!
All of those.
You know what? You sound like the elders that
William Wallace.
Hold on. Go do your imitation because I know you're good at that.
This is my island.
See, because this is the issue, right? This is the issue. Brother Kwame said the Drop Squad. Maybe we'll watch that too. But for me,
no, the Drop Squad was horrible.
I agree.
But
Kwame, I have to agree with brother Shaka on the Drop Squad was horrible, but it is one of those movies that we could watch. Yeah.
Don't put our kids through that, man. Spike Lee.
Oh no! Wait, stop.
You know what?
Stop. Hold on. Stop. I want people to understand. This is not a kids event. This is a family event. If you want to bring the kids, $5 for adults, 17 and under, get in free. You know what I'm saying? This is a fundraiser for the Malcolm X celebration that will be coming up in May. And if Brother Shaka is there, we may be having a live entertainment up in the spot as well. You know what I'm saying? We got a spot big enough to hold 75 to, depending on how many people want to come. We'll make it work. But family, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But go ahead, Shaka. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, Kwame Drop Squad was, you know what I'm saying? It had that one standout scene with the
Drop
Clan
Squad.
dude.
Drop Squad is that you listen. If you
No, that wasn't
work
Drop Squad.
Drop Squad into the curriculum for the kids or make it kid friendly, I think the best thing to do, the most strategic thing to do, is to be able to get Spike Lee's address. And don't worry, if we can't get his direct address, we'll make it work out. But and we'll do it. We'll pull a Drop Squad on Spike Lee for putting us through that, man. That movie was not necessary. I mean, I got from the very beginning an idea, right? And at the end, I wish that what I had imagined in the beginning was actually what the movie really was.
But you know, Spike Lee do shit to you like that. He do stuff. He do shit to you like that. We talking
about the same dude that made Malcolm X and Mo Better Blues, knocking him.
But hold on, Mo Better Blues was good. Malcolm X kind of left you kind of at the end like, you know what I'm saying? I hear you. You know what I'm saying? But Mo Better Blues was dope.
But I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned that too, man, because what we need more of when we talk about sacrifice, and see that's the angle I'm coming from, is because all right, we can talk about William Wallace and sacrifice, and Spook. You know what was really the sacrament? You know what I mean? And that's the piece that I got to connect with. What was the sacrament that really made that movie revolutionary to me? Because to me, there's no revolution without a sacrifice.
Oh,
and
God.
Y'all about, I ain't gonna get into that, but so that's one of the major things that I'm going to want to identify with viewing on Saturday. You say it's on Saturday at noon?
It is on Kuumba. Don't you be trying to trick me, because Kwame always get me with that. On Kuumba at 3 p.m.
Okay.
3 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
So it's, all right. So
we gonna be posting up.
Now, are you gonna have that? This is a fundraiser. You got concessions.
It's gonna be concessions. It's gonna be some concessions there.
Okay.
If I'm feeling generous, I might have some of those samples of that. Just samples. Some of y'all might have samples of that ambrosia. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But depends on how many orders go out. You know what I'm saying? So the piece is, come on out, enjoy yourself. Now,
right.
But now,
right.
So with your question that you framed, are you asking?
To talk about, why not? Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
And I'm just throwing something out there. Why not? What was that Sidney Poitier? I really dug it. It was two of them. One of them, he was a teacher in the hood, and the other one,
Mr.
He was a teacher for some white kids. To Sir with Love was that one, but what was the other one? Sir with Love.
Nah, see, we're going to be doing movie nights on a regular basis. This is going to be a continuous series. So I mean, the Spook is just The second one we're doing.
What's going on with your voice, man?
What's going on with who?
How are you buffering on Spreaker? What's going on with your voice? How is it that you are buffering on Spreaker? Like, I'm listening to you, and
on
you sound
Spreaker?
like you buffering. Like on Facebook.
Well, I don't know. Part of the issue with Facebook is you got to remember that, I don't know, Facebook should be cool, but Spreaker drops in and out because Spreaker is going straight through the Wi-Fi of the house. So I don't have no control over that as of yet. You know what I'm saying? My people haven't created a Wi-Fi company yet, and I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Okay.
For that.
Yeah, so we got room to do this movie thing, all the time. I feel like this one is moving so fast, though. Navina's idea can actually take us into a really good place, social media wise. I went on Periscope for the first time. Checked out somebody else's.
Oh, hold on, slow down.
And they had
wait, hold on. Brother Anubis says, I don't know if you with us on Facebook at this time, but Brother Anubis says, because you said something about sacrifice, he says Crixus from Spartacus getting his head chopped off was a great sacrifice, but yet it was so avoidable, as were the many choices of William Wallace. So were choices of William Wallace actions, and they both acted, almost at the same time, talking about to serve with love. I never seen that.
Oh yeah.
Will I be able to handle it?
He got a point. I mean, you know how, Tim, when we go back and forth, I always pull from, especially with these conversations, I always pull from two movies that I really gravitate to, because I feel like, in a sense, I have gone through some of that same stuff as Gladiator and Braveheart, man.
Listen,
and
I'm not dissing.
And once again,
I'm not dissing your movie choices. You know what I'm saying? I like both of those movies. I like Gladiator more. You understand? And the sacrifice, and I just need people to understand that the sacrifice doesn't always have to be life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That blood sacrifice does something to us. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't see how.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can look at the spook and not see the sacrifice. How can you look at the spook who sat by the door and not see the sacrifice? You understand what I'm saying? Not see the sacrifice.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, when you ask the kind of question that you ask, now I gotta watch it with a keen eye. I gotta look at it and say, all right, well, I really gotta put these two together, because
I ain't gonna ruin it
for the
for
dialogue afterwards.
See,
Let me finish that statement that I was making, man, about Periscope. I went on a Periscope, all right, and it was a beautiful young sister that was just now. You see this on Facebook Live a lot. Sometimes sisters just go on Facebook Live and put their phone down or put their phone somewhere while they putting on makeup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this sister was beautiful. She putting on makeup, and all they doing is posting, woofing up comments. Woo, and some of them was inappropriate, whatever. But the piece is, what I paid attention to is that all this sister's doing is putting her makeup on, and she got 342 viewers right now. Right?
Right.
So then, I go into the kitchen. I come back out. She moved the phone from the bathroom into the bedroom. Now she's got all her makeup. Now she feels like going to make some music, and she's sitting there making music. And the dude is like, "Ooh, that sounds like a Drake beat. That sounds like that." Man, all of a sudden, it's like 732 viewers worldwide watching this girl in these comfortable positions and comfortable clothes sit there and do her music. And all I'm saying is, long story short, all I'm saying is that one of us needs to be on Periscope. One of us needs to man each of the stations so that when we get questions and comments on any of the sites, we're able to fit those in the dialogue just like they do on the Talking Dead. I love that sense of organization. And that's the other piece, is that not only organization from a nation building aspect, but when you look at those key moments in the movies that I'm talking about where a sacrifice was made, for Braveheart, I'm not just talking about at the end. I'm talking about their war tactics. I'm talking about the fact that, they use, you could pull so many different pieces of Sun Tzu out of all of these movies. And I really think that, on my channel, that would probably be
Thanks for the share,
game,
Joe.
is being able to take principles, whether we're talking about Sun Tzu or Mayat, and being able to decipher based on proverbs and strategy.
So, now, and Anubis, because Anubis was talking about having a hangout. See, because Black Panther came out, I'm still waiting for Anubis to get a camera or something, or maybe he might call in. But he wanted that. Anubis wanted to do when me and Anubis first hooked up. He was talking about doing a channel that broke down movies like Black Panther and the Star Wars piece, but the Star Wars piece kind of fell through because Star Wars. I ain't say nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars was kind of whack. I didn't say that.
And see, you know what? I haven't seen it yet, but you make me not even want to check it out now, man.
Wait, not me. Not me. I did not make you not want to. I'm just telling you what I read. You know what I'm saying? And how I felt after I walked out the movie.
Okay.
I didn't say not to see it because you might be able to find something different. Because you see, first off, you get a little bit more into characters than because like you could, like I said, I could throw out something and you be able to do a damn scene. And we all look at different things, and we just need to mesh it up so that we could go on and get everything together. You know what I'm saying? But what is it? You know what I'm saying? But the show, that's a good idea. And I just was pointing out the fact that Anubis was talking about doing a hangout where we would start breaking down the movies and the shows, and of course include the principles, but also point out stuff and key features in movies that could help people in their life. Like you said, because Gladiator, I feel Gladiator too, because I have felt that I was in a no-win situation. And you know what I'm saying? Shit. He went out like as they said, he went out like a G. You know what I'm saying? So then, Mr. Wallace, but that was goddamn.
Hey man, look at me, man. Listen, and I'm not really. I've come to the point where I despise the sentiment of entitlement. And then I reflect on our conversations, and I'm like, we got to call this thing something different, because what I call entitlement, until I find a better word, is unearned privilege.
Oh man!
All right.
Right.
So when I look at Hatim, your position, and you like, yo, we are on this money, right? Now I got to look at that some other way, because it's not right. It is unearned privilege that you are. You know what I mean? But to me, it's the entitlement that causes me to be fierce with my process to establish some commonality. And sometimes, sometimes the commonality is pain. And so how do you get people to experience that without feeling it? And that's the whole piece, is that my humanity stopped me from being a better nation builder. Because I cared about how people felt. Then all of a sudden, I realized that I'm doing it wrong.
Well,
if I really want people,
I was gonna say, man, it's not making. I mean, because we need that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you Jedi need Sith and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm snatching entitlement, goddamn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. It took me a long time to get to a point to be like, give me, you gonna pay what you owe. You understand? Because when I was in child support court, when I went up there and they told me, I had to pay child support, it wasn't no, well, you might not have the money. They basically looked me in the eye and said, if you don't have this money, we're going to put your ass in jail. This was, you know what I'm saying? This was my graduation gift. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking back and being like, they was right. They was, they was right. And I finished paying mine. Right? And I did other things for mine. Now, this is the issue. Now I'm owed a debt. I realize I'm owed a debt. And I'm going to put myself or one of my progenies, one of my young people in a position where one day they could be looking at this government and be like, you get us this money, we're gonna put your ass in jail. You pay what you owe. You gonna pay me what you owe, Santa?
And I don't even want to talk about it too much, man, because and I'll tell you when I get there, but I done already seen how they trying to post up on this one, and on some Cleveland stuff. I'm gonna let you know when I get there. But man, I'm gonna tell you what. When you don't have nation builders who are present, it's very easy for them to feel like they can get you when you hot posting all along. And I'm saying that for me, as I have faith in my ancestors, and as I have faith in nation builders, I'm walking in tomorrow. This time, I'm walking into a spot, letting them know that, no, I don't owe you today. I'm here to collect. And when that happens, if that don't spark some order in the way that we do things, because it ain't no dressing this part up. They giving me 15 minutes to be able to deliver an oral argument. Buddy, all I got to say is that I wish all of us well, and I hope that they get it before we have to further exemplify what I mean. So I hope that we got it together to be, because when it comes down to it, I'm not sitting there to discuss, it's 17 grand is nothing when it comes to my child's entire childhood being taken away from me, and my father or my daughter, her entire childhood, not to have a father, especially a father who will live and die for her. So this is the part where I look this prosecutor dead in the eye, and I let him know that because he has refused to even extend an address, I don't have any type of, criminal or type of battery or anything like that, in my history, in my marriage, where it's like, oh, he needs to be separated from this. No, I divorced her because that was the plan, and I got custody of my daughter. And right now, I've been estranged for 15 years because they don't want to even spank her hand for committing federal fraud with Social Security. And I'm saying that, that was the thing that started everything, and that's where it's going to end. They thought that, they can forget about it, try to sweep it up under the rug. But, yo, I'm back. What else am I going to say? Am I going to sit there and tiptoe around like, yeah, I do owe y'all this 17 grand. Yeah, I've been what? I've been a single full-time doing what I do. And y'all stepping on my toes because this is my responsibility, and you are rivaling what is sacred in my bloodline and in my family, and that is me being a father to my child. When it comes to my divine rights, my human rights, and my parenting rights, you have no part in none of that. And because of imposed, now I got to kick you out. So this is what's happening 24 hours from today. And I'm saying that all of that because I have the real answer. If they would have held the other parent, not in contempt, but held them accountable so that they look back and say, yes, like in the system of Mordecai. They look back and they look at the record and they say, yes, he's done all these things. And no, there wasn't a reason for estrangement that I lost. They take this money that they owe and they convert it into mandated parenting time. So if I don't get this mandated parenting time, then the other parent is in contempt. And I'm saying that with my situation, my daughter will be 20 this year. So of course we can't use that unless the courts deem necessary, to exemplify that this is the solution. From every case from this point on, we need to be concerned with the reunification of the parent and not the enforcement of child support, because without the reunification, the child support ain't shit. In some matters. There's some folks that ain't fit to be parents. That ain't me.
Hey, so, but...
never made that. You know what I'm saying?
So, like there's this whole... Your situation is an example of how they do us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take these breakups. The system is designed, it's built on our failures in relationships. It's built on our failures in life. It's built on the back of the failures. The whole damn court system is funded by us going through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to understand. But hey, listen, I'm going to my wife.
Did I just hear Vito, or is that somebody over here?
That's my wife talking on her phone. Speaking that I really think she's from Oklahoma or some shit like that. But she speak African and shit. I really think she's Cause I be hearing them speak sometime, and I think she making words up and shit. I got to really.
She probably is.
I'm gonna look up that. I'm gonna look at that passport real good, but she won't let me see her passport anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
See, she's messing with you, man. She reciting Pootie Tang lyrics.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'll be like, yo, but hey, it is what it is. You can't fool me for long. Now, you might fool me for the first 5 years, but the second 5 years, I got your ass. Can't get away from me. You know what I'm saying? But no, fam. But like I said, a lot of times we see that they come at us in different ways, and then they justify it, or they use strange methods to justify it and make certain behaviors normal, while other behaviors that will work towards because think about it, in order for this system to operate, because Dr. Amos Wilson says that the only way that this system can operate and survive is if black folks are inside. Oh, hold on. Navita said, I seen a meme that said, if a mother cannot afford to take care of her child, she gets welfare. If a man cannot afford to pay for his child, he goes to jail. And that's part of it. It's like, I mean, it's like if you look at, I mean, maybe one day I'm gonna have to go on and pull out the numbers. If we really look at the numbers and we look at what's been going on in America and what's been progressing in America for at least the last 53, we could even just start with the 53 years, right? The last 53 years that we have been, quote unquote, full citizens of the United States. See, I mean, I know some of y'all, I know that just throws some of y'all off because we have always been citizens, but the last 53 years you have been officially citizens. You know what I'm saying? The first 350, you understand what I'm saying? You was X'd out. You couldn't compete. You know what I'm saying? So now what we have inherited is all that 350 years piled on this 50, that 350 piled onto this 53, and we have supposed to have made so much progress at this time. We're supposed to do all types of miracles at this time when it's impossible because we are building with dust. We have been given mud and clay and said, look, build a life. You know what I'm saying? And one of our generations, the boomer generation, was able to accumulate some wealth, but it's not as much wealth as we think. And now, because this is one of the issues that we're going to have to deal with going back to the Black Panther, is I want y'all to understand that when you look at the Black Panther, first off, we know the Black Panther, there's no Wakanda, right? But Wakanda is a perfect metaphor for our wealth as a people. It's illusion. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not there. And because it's not there, you know what I'm saying? We as storytellers, we as warriors, and using stories as weapons have to be able to look at these stories and help people see the reality. Yes, it's a beautiful movie. Yes, the CGI is incredible. But I want you really to understand the plight of what's going on in Africa and what's going on in your life. And I want you to use the Black Panther as inspiration, but I don't want you to fall into the fucking fantasy that they're trying to feed you. Many people get caught up in the fantasy. You know what I'm saying? And we don't see the reality that if you're a mother and you have a child, they give you welfare. If you're a father and you can't pay for your child, your ass is going to jail. And they told me this, man. I'm fresh out. I literally just walked across the stage. I literally just got a job. And this was my first meeting with the system. You going to pay this money or you going to jail? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Shit, I'm trying to get my career started. We're going to take this amount. And like I told you before, family, the amount that they took gave me two choices. And I know some of y'all going to be out there like, that's your fault. But I want y'all to really think about this shit. They gave me two choices. Either have a car, which I needed for my job, or an apartment. Someplace to live. No in between. No in between. And if my tribe wasn't there, I would have... Listen, I would have fell flat on I would have had to hit those streets. And I could only want to got cousins, right? I have cousins. I have cousins. We all come from hustling bloodlines. And those of us that are wise enough, we recognize certain things. There's certain things about me that I will not allow myself to indulge in because I already know where I'm going to go. Like gambling and shit, I can't really get into gambling because there's a history of violence. You know what I'm saying? I will go to a certain point, but there's certain points that I will not push myself because in my family there's a history of violence. There's a history of crime. There's a history of hustling. And I can see some of my cousins, I can see this shit acting out in them. Now, I got cousins that I know that if a motherfucker told them that they got a choice between going to jail or getting out here and hustle, these motherfuckers gonna get it however they can. And not stop. And not stop until, you know what I'm saying? Not stop till they got it. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I seen this exhibited, and this is going to be real silly. I seen this exhibited when I went to a funeral down south. Me and my cousin, two of my cousins, were looking at a game. Y'all know those games that's impossible to win with the little hand that go down and grab the goddamn dial and shit? Right? So I look at that shit. I throw $1 in there. Go and see, like, go down, drop the hand, boom. Almost got it. Oh, drop. One of my cousins looked at that, and he looked at his kid. The first one went into it and spent money till he got that shit. The other one did the exact same shit. And I'm like, I don't believe you motherfuckers would waste that. I mean, I don't, but that's the tenacity that they have. So if you apply that to anything else, to a motherfucker telling them, look, nigga, you ain't got no education. You really ain't got no skills. But if you don't give me this money, I'll put your ass in jail. They put us in situations that we can't, and we gonna have to go counter our culture in order to really survive, because we got to understand that this culture that we're existing in cannot thrive, cannot grow if you are acting within your African mind. If you are acting within your black mind, it cannot survive. So Shaka, when Shaka go into a court, they gonna have to shut that shit down. This is why I be the one in the court, you know what I'm saying, whispering to this nigga before you get, hey, I know you got a lot to say, but we got to get the fuck up out of here. You know, I feel you. I feel you. That's why we got social media, where you can sit up here and you can let these motherfuckers know how you feel, and we can start training our children, because we don't have a team of lawyers for one of us to lay it down at this time, dog. That's all I'm saying. Joe Berry said, yes, I was a single parent back in the 90s, and it took me 5 years to get my kids a health care card. They told me I made $1. Listen, he said $1 too much. What you gonna do when your baby's sick, dude? You gonna go get that shit. That's what we do. That's what men do. This is what the fuck we do.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, tomorrow we need to make it fashionable for those folks to have one of us on their team to make sure that we ain't sitting at his dining room table waiting for him when he get home. And basically what I mean is that it's time for us to take the fight to they good.
I hear you.
So that's what I'm saying, is that without my listen to what I'm saying to you.
Go ahead.
World. Without my kids, you will make me a ghost again. And this time I won't show mercy. Now, y'all keep trying to attack my kids, and I'm telling you that me and my ancestors will be in the hearts and the homes of every one of the people in your bloodline. And you will not get rid of us. The only option you have for us all to have a victory is to pay. Pay what you owe. And I'm looking you dead in the eye from what you took out of my pocket, from the love that you stole out of my house. I'm saying 15 years, you made me a ghost, and I came back to try to deal with y'all. I'm saying at this time, if you don't make the right decision, what you failed to learn at my expense, adversity will teach you at your own. End of story.
I hear you. So, family, this is what we deal with.
I can joke around,
but it's very serious about these kids.
I'm the nicest man in the universe. But fuck my kids.
So, family, this
that's it.
This is not rare. This conversation that we having.
I can bring solutions to the whole world. I can bring all the righteousness to your court. But when you look at me and you snarl because I don't show you fear, I will show you what I brought. Because turning the cheek was yesterday. You have imposed on my bloodline and their inheritance. Now they will inherit what you have taken triple fold. I'm talking exponential. I'm not just talking about a few extra zeros. I'm talking about money that grows. I'm talking about wealth that stacks. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about life.
Have you ever heard the story? that this one guy was on this wealthy man's land, and he was, the wealthy man came out to him and started bragging. You know what I'm saying? This land has been in my family for generations. So the guy looked at him and said, well, how did your family get it? Oh, we fought for it. I said, y'all fought for it? Yeah, my grandfather, he fought for it, and my father, he fought for it, and he won it. And now it's my job to maintain it. And the guy said, well, hey, I'll fight you for it. Because now, family, you have to understand, because I want y'all to see the mind fuck that's been going on with us, right? We've been told by an individual that has raped, stole. I mean, it's historical fact. This ain't me making shit up. You know what I'm saying? Raped, stole, and did all this larceny, sold dope, killed your mama. I mean, it made no motherfucking difference. As long as they won, it didn't make no difference. Right? They done made all the shit that they did to acquire wealth and to acquire power. They made all that shit illegal. This is why I keep on telling y'all the laws are created to protect the future of those who create the laws. That's why your future's not protected in court. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be clear about that. Hey, but family, been on here long enough today. Shaka be coming here tomorrow. And if the roads are clear enough, I think I'm going to go get me one of those burgers, because now Anubis up there talking about that shit. Now I feel bad because I didn't have a burger yet. I was going to stop the other day, but didn't have no burger money. I got a little bit of burger money this morning.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. Born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to
actually, I'm gonna call you back because this line being recorded.
To chase all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out